Butch and Bob Show.
World famous Butch and Bob Show right here on WIFO 105.5 FM in Jesup, Big Dog Country Radio. Good morning, Bob.
Good morning.
How's it going?
It's going good.
Man, just lots and lots of sunshine. Yeah. All last week, all this week.
It's a beautiful day at the softball field. Nice forecast, good temperatures, nice breeze blowing, two good ball games. So do or die today for both teams, and hopefully a big crowd will show up for support these Lady Yellow Jackets as they try to get back to Columbus.
Okay, so the if game today at 4 o'clock at Barbara Struckoff Field. So we encourage you to get out there and support those Lady Jackets. And when will the next round of state playoff action begin?
It starts October 30 through November 2nd. It's always the Georgia-Florida weekend.
Oh, okay. All right. So it's several days.
Yeah, next week.
Next week is it'll begin.
I'm not sure what day. It looks like October 30th is a Wednesday, I think. I think they go up there. They go up there Wednesday for they have all the teams come on the field, and it's like a parade.
Parade of teams.
Okay. Then it all kicks off Thursday through Saturday, and all the state championship games are crowned on Saturday in Columbus, November 2nd.
Okay. All right. So November 30th is a Wednesday, so I guess they would begin on the 31st with play, or would they begin that day?
I think they start play on the Thursday.
That day. Okay. They'll just parade and then play.
I think
parade and play.
I think October 30th or Wednesday is just
it is.
Everybody shows up and just
1 week from today.
It's like a parade of, they just present all the teams that are going to be in the tournament, and I think play begins on that Thursday, runs through Saturday.
Now, last year when you went to broadcast a couple of games, did you say that the softball fields are like out away from the town or something? There's nothing around or whatever?
Well, it's just a big complex they built for that Olympics.
For the Olympics.
It's a beautiful
complex.
Fields everywhere, and they've got some of the stadium complexes where you get to play in it's like a Atlanta Braves Stadium. There's just
where you get to play, pitch and hit.
It's just a really nice facility. But they got 8 teams from each classification shows up, and that's a pile of teams.
That's a lot of teams right there. 8 teams from 5 classifications. Wow, how many is that, Bob? 40?
Why'd you ask me that question?
Because I knew you couldn't answer it.
That's right.
So we wish the Lady Jackets the best this afternoon. The if game against East Forsyth today at Barbara Struckoff Field, and 4 o'clock will be the first pitch. Get out there and pack the park. Cheer the Lady Jackets on the victory. If you can't make it, we'll have the game for you right here on 105.5 FM. And we'll stream the game live down our website at bigdogcountry.com. Just click on live stream. And anything else going on with local sports?
Well, the East Sports team lost yesterday. They've been having a good season. Football game this Friday at New Hampstead.
New Hampstead? Okay.
And if somebody left I got my table there at broadcast. Somebody left a nice pair of sunglasses on my table, so I'm not sure who they are. The 3 people that came by the table said it's not there. So the
3 people who came by, it's not theirs, but somebody walked by and put some sunglasses on your broadcast table.
There's a nice real pair of sunglasses. Somebody's just now have them there at the ballpark today, so if they're yours, come by and claim them. But
okay, Bob will have those sunglasses at the broadcast table today in today's game. If you left those sunglasses, are they men or women, or can you tell?
I think they're ladies.
Okay, all right.
It's a nice pair of sunglasses though. So
it'd be good to have sunglasses on with that sun out there.
They look pretty expensive.
Pretty expensive. One of them name brand expensive ones, huh?
Yeah, it's out of my price range. I'm sure.
And so Bob will have those sunglasses at the broadcast table today at the game. First pitch at 4 o'clock at Barbara Struckoff Field. So go Lady Jackets. Football game Friday night. We got the Lady Jackets today in softball action. Got Georgia Southern Eagle football tomorrow. Tailgate show begins at 6. Kickoff at 7 o'clock right here on 105.5 FM. And then Friday Night Lights with the Wayne County Yellow Jacket varsity football team at New Hampstead on Friday. And then what's going on this weekend? Anything I see here?
Georgia Tech has an ACC game there at Virginia Tech at 12 noon Saturday. Georgia has the weekend off, so some other key games this week as well in the SEC. So we'll highlight that later in the week. But it's a busy time of year. Like I said, NBA season's underway, hockey season's underway. Got the World Series starting Friday.
Ought to be a great World Series. Yep.
NFL football. It's just a great time of year to be a sports fan.
Just all kinds of sports. And if you love sports, you'll love our sister station, WLOP, Fox Sports, 1370 AM The Buzz, and sports talk all the time. You got Two Pros and a Joe on right now, and then Dan Patrick starts at 9 o'clock, which is my favorite show on there. It's from 9 to 12, Dan Patrick. Jim Rome from 12 to 3, Rich Eisen from 3 to 5, and then Chuck Oliver with just straight college sports from 5 to 7.
It's a great show.
That's a great show, that Chuck Oliver show from 5 to 7. That's on your AM dial. Click AM and go to 1370, and that's Fox Sports here for Southeast Georgia. All right, so all that's going on there, World Series. What are you looking for in the World Series? What's your thoughts on it between the Dodgers and the Yankees?
It's going to be a great series. Like I said, you got great stars. Like I said, Aaron Judge for the Yankees and O'Shea Ohtani for the Dodgers. But I said, I'm a big Freddie Freeman fan. You know, his days with Atlanta, so I'm pulling for the Dodgers and Freddie Freeman. I'd like to see him win another World Series. But it'll be a great series. And I said the Yankees are awfully tough, but both teams got big payroll. So, like I said, it's the series that everybody was hoping for because you got the East Coast and the West Coast.
Two biggest cities in the country against each other.
You have a lot of people
East Coast,
in.
West Coast.
So, but it should be a great series. But I'm pulling for the Dodgers. There's some National League.
Yeah, I'm National League. I'm pulling for the Dodgers also.
But I like Freddie Freeman.
Yeah,
good guy.
Yeah,
hopefully he can play. Like he's been struggling with that ankle injury. He got to play in a couple games, but had to sit out several games. He's been nursing that injury, so hopefully the rest has been able to help him. Maybe he'll be in that lineup Friday night. But all kicks off Friday night. Game 1 and 2 Friday and Saturday in Los Angeles, and they'll take Sunday off and they go to New York for games 3, 4, and 5. And if they need game 6 and 7, they'll go back to Los Angeles. So
okay. And speaking of New York, we had a birthday text in this morning from a relative wishing their relative here in Wayne County a happy birthday, and they live in New York. I don't know if it's New York City, but they live in New York. And so that's the our morning show from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. is heard worldwide on our website at bigdogcountry.com. Just click on live stream. And that happens ever so often. Every so often we'll have a birthday text into us that people are wishing somebody here in Wayne County a happy birthday from some other state. Actually, one time we had it from Europe. And then sometimes people from here will wish their relatives somewhere else in the United States a happy birthday and tell them to tune in to, well, not 105, but to bigdogcountry.com and click on live stream.
Well, I know the live stream's working well because a friend of mine's in the Cayman Islands and listened to the girls' softball game yesterday.
In the Cayman Islands? Okay.
Said it came in loud and clear.
Loud and clear in Cayman.
It's hard. Technology is amazing.
Isn't it? It's so different these days. And so, we listen to it here on 105.5 FM, absolutely free. All our broadcasting programming is free. You ain't got to pay nothing for it. We broadcast it on our website at bigdogcountry.com. Just click on live stream.
I had to ask him where the Cayman Islands are because I have no idea. He says down past Cuba.
It is. It's down there in the Caribbean, Bob.
I have no idea.
He had no idea.
Worst. Called and says, "Hey man, you coming?
Nice island down there, Bob."
He says you're coming in loud and clear to Cayman Islands. I said, "Where's the Cayman Islands?"
Well, they're not off the coast of Georgia, Bob.
It's not on Cherry Street. I know that. I said I get lost on a cherry. I have no idea where the Cayman Islands are. But,
you didn't.
But I know it's a long way away.
A long way away. You have to go a long way to get down there.
Glad to know it came in loud and clear.
Loud and clear in Cayman. That's right. That's right. So we do have a lot of that. We have that not only in our morning show, but especially our sports with Wayne County football, baseball, softball, and things of that sort that we broadcast, and local sports. We stream those, and people, Wayne County fans from all over the country and world tune into it.
John Warren listens every Friday night in Tennessee. So
he's still in Knoxville, John Warren?
Herman Gordon and Valdosta. I got people, alumni they call. They're tuned in every Friday night, so we do appreciate it. But that live stream's an important thing for the alumni all across the United States. Yep. They all tune in, so it's good
What's
stuff.
John doing these days? He's still working, or is he retired?
He's working with the Vols. He's got a job with the University of Tennessee.
Oh, okay. All right.
He's at all the games on Friday.
I guess Saturday. He's happy this week, isn't he?
He was happy last week when he beat Alabama.
That's what I mean. When they beat Alabama.
That was a big win.
And
Tennessee's They're excited about it. And Georgia's got the big. Tennessee comes to Georgia.
That's right. Yeah, Georgia ends the season there with 3 home games. Tennessee on the 16th. Next week, Massachusetts, and then Georgia Tech.
Yep, and they still got the tough game at Ole Miss, and got to go to the Georgia-Florida game. Got the trip to Ole Miss, so we still got Ole Miss and Tennessee still to go in the SEC.
Got Florida, Ole Miss, and Tennessee. Yeah, there's 3 SEC games there in a row, beginning with Florida and down in Jacksonville on October 12th. No Georgia football this weekend.
Both Georgia and Florida get the weekend off before the big showdown down in Jacksonville.
Florida used to always do that, take that weekend off before the Georgia game, and Georgia didn't do it for a long time. And then finally, I don't know, I think it was Coach Rick, I'm not sure who it is, said, well, we need to change this a little bit and made that our bye week. So you get those 2 weeks to prepare and to heal up and that kind of stuff. Ralph Hickok's text in, I love Cherry Street. But the Cayman Islands, Ralph, of course, is not on Cherry Street. They're down there in the Caribbean, way below the islands there.
Below Cuba is what
below the Keys, below Cuba, straight on down that where's the Cayman Islands are, right down the Caribbean, right in Hurricane Alley down there.
I was just glad to know the website's working loud.
Loud and clear down there. Yes, sir.
It just amazes me that people can be that far away and be able to listen to the game. So technology is a great thing.
Yep. Yeah, it is. It is, Bob.
But I had no idea where the Cayman Islands were.
Well, you do now, Bob. Live and learn. Yes, sir. Yeah, we all should try to learn something new every day.
It's not like I'm ever going. Heck, I made the South Bend, so
You did make it to South. Finally, after all these years, you made it to the Mecca of Catholics, which is Notre Dame University.
had a great time, great visit, beautiful campus. Thoroughly enjoyed it. So.
Did you get a chance to walk around and see some of it and that kind of stuff?
That's all we did Friday. We toured the entire campus Friday.
Wow,
had a blast.
I need to get back up to Athens and tour the campus because I know where everything's at practically, except for the east side now. They're growing so much on the east side. They've got so much stuff over there now.
I'm still catching flack though. You pay $10 and you walk. They let you walk in the stadium down on the field, and they let you hold the helmet.
Hold a helmet?
The golden helmet.
That gold helmet.
Bob Smith, when he went years ago, he put the helmet on his head.
Where?
At Notre Dame.
And Bob? Oh, that's when Georgia was playing there. Okay,
right.
All right.
When how he got on his head. So they asked me why I didn't put it on my head. But I said, because there's 3 police officers standing there watching, and I didn't want to go to jail. so I still don't know how Bob Smith got it on his head.
He's a lawyer. He could have used legalese to get out of it just by talking to him.
They still had that picture where Bob Smith's got.
I can't believe he put a Notre Dame helmet on his head.
He put it on his head. When they got a picture of it. So I'm catching flack. Why did you put the helmet on your head? I said, because I didn't want to go to jail. That's why. There's 3 police officers standing there right there.
It's not like you're stealing it. You just put it on your head. They gave you a helmet. That's what you do with it. You put it on your head.
They let you hold it and take a picture, but they don't let you put it on your head. So how Bob got on his head, I still don't know. So, but that's famous
Bob.
picture.
He's not going to. He's just going to do it and take it off, and no one's going to say anything to Bob.
He might be the only person ever to put it on his head.
Yeah, they were probably looking in the rules. Are there any regulations against this?
And speaking of Bob, he's going to be our guest next week.
He is? Bob is?
Yep, he's going.
Bob Smith?
He's going to his 70th straight Georgia-Florida game. So
70th?
Yep, 70th. That's what I heard and saying. Maybe it's.
I just turned 70. I didn't know he was. Man, he's been going since he was a youngster.
But he's coming to talk about his trip. I still got the 50th T-shirt, so maybe there will be a 70th T-shirt.
Oh, he had a 50th T-shirt made up?
Right, yeah. When he went to his 50th Georgia game.
20 years ago.
So he'll be here next week. Got to get with him and see what day's good for him to come in, because I'm sure he's headed down there early for the game. So
do they still have that one area they get together? It's been a long time since I've been to Georgia Florida game, but I'm not sure if that's grown up now.
It's changed. Yeah, that area is different. They turn it into
because it was just. Right, I figured there'd be stuff built there by now.
Right. Yeah, there is. Everybody has to have a different location. So, but they've got a spot that they've got reserved. Hopefully, so it's been fun.
Is that is somebody's empty lot, or is it in the parking lot somewhere?
It's in the parking lot.
Parking lot somewhere. Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, if you buy the parking lot tickets, you know you can have it all the time.
Yeah, no. That's way above my pay grade.
You just show up.
I just show up.
Well, you're the celebrity, Bob.
No,
you
I'm
are
not
the celebrity that everybody wants you there at their party because here comes Bob Morgan, the celebrity, the news guy, sports guy.
Just have good friends in high places. I tell people all the time, it's not
What you know,
it's who you know. I said, pay dividends of South Bend. Like I said, David Earl Keith hooked us up with the State Farm agent up there in South Bend, and we parked at the State Farm building.
Oh,
they
wow.
had tailgate and the whole 9 yards. And I mean, guy knew David Earl, and it just, worked out perfectly.
There's a State Farm family there taking care of their friends.
They took care of us too. It was nice.
Okay.
Like 5 minutes away from the stadium, just a nice walk. So, but
Man,
like
that's
I said,
great.
It worked out perfect.
That is great.
So it's all who you know.
That's right. Who you know. Well, that's good. That's good. Well, we're just less than 2 weeks away from the election, and it's amazing how many people's turned up to vote early here in the state of Georgia. I mean, just absolutely amazing. Of course, you can't. We wonder sometimes, when it's the off years on president. They're like 2 years from now, whatever. For the governor and stuff like that, not near as many people show up. And and which is amazing because the more local your politicians are, like your city commissioners and county commissioners, they have more to say on your everyday life than the president does. And in the state of Georgia, the Georgia legislative and the governor has more to say what's going on in your life. But we are a country that likes the big things, the presidential election, the World Series, the Super Bowl, things of that sort. And so we show it big. Plus, you can't turn on anything without seeing political ads. So you can't forget about it. And so a lot of folks are showing up early.
The strangest thing, I watched the Georgia-Texas game, and we kept getting Texas political ads. Why were they showing us Texas political ads on the broadcast?
What were you?
Watching the Georgia
But it was
Texas
on
game.
one of the TV stations out of Savannah?
Hey, it was ABC.
It was WJCL.
Right, watching ABC, and every commercial we're getting ads for these Texas politicians battling out first.
Now, were y'all picking it up off the air or cable or satellite or?
Oh, I thought we just had the regular ABC channel.
Thought you just regular had?
I was just wondering if people in Texas were seeing Georgia. I did. I kept looking.
It sounded like they were picking up at the ABC feed from Texas.
Why are we getting Texas political ads?
Well, they could have been picking up on a satellite somewhere and just picking up because ABC, CBS, NBC, Fox, they have different channels for different parts of the country, and
they got some nasty ads in Texas.
Nasty ads in Texas too. So we don't have a hold on it here just in the state of Georgia, huh?
It's getting ugly.
It's getting ugly.
The turnout's been great in Wayne County right now. Going into today, 5,140 people have already voted early. So
that's right. Again, still got the rest of this week and all of next week and this Saturday.
Yeah. So again, a reminder: this is the last Saturday to early vote. The time Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Fridays from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the election building at 306 East Pine Street in Jesup. So.
Yeah. Well, I'm an election day type of guy, and so I'll be there on whatever the date that is, November 5th. Yep, November 5th. I'll be there to vote that day. Yeah.
It's winding down.
And one of the things that people have to watch out for is these fake stories on social media about different politicians. Doesn't matter if it's left, right, center, whatever the case may be, Republican, Democrat. There's a lot of folks throughout the country and throughout the world that's trying to influence voters in some sort of way. And so they put fake news stories on there, fake articles and stuff, and they do it so well with the help of AI that you think it's the truth. So when you're seeing stuff on social media, on the internet, just be wary that a lot of them are not true. A lot of them are not true. It's just to influence folks. And like I've always said before, to get the best, most accurate coverage, listen or read traditional media, local radio, local television, local newspaper. We've been doing this for our entire existence, and we are held liable for stuff where in social media and the internet there's tons of garbage on there, tons of garbage on social media and the internet when it comes to the stories. So just be wary, there's all kinds of stuff going on, just all kinds of. It's just amazing. You hear it all the time. You see it all the time from people that are trying to influence the voters and with false information, and they do it so well. Some of these articles are just written by AI, and put on there, and I mean, you read it and you think, or you watch it if it's a video, whatever the case may be, and it just looks so real, but it's not. Many of them.
They're doing the same thing in the sports world. Like I said, a couple weeks ago, they had a big story out there saying Kirby Smart was going to be the new coach of the Jets, which was totally false. Nothing to that. And now they got a story out that, Quinn Ewers in that Texas game got benched shortly for the Arch Manning kid. And now there's a story that Quinn Ewers is going to shut it down and get ready for the NFL draft. And there's nothing to that. That's a fake story as well. So you got to be careful what you see, but they make it look real on your, they're all on the phone. When you look at your phone, all these stories pop up. And
right.
You got to figure out what's real, what's not real. It's crazy.
If it's coming through the internet like that, through not a reliable source, if you went to WTOCs or JCLs or SAV site or the Savannah News or our site or our broadcast, whatever the case may be, when we're talking about internet stuff. It's more reliable from local entities that's been doing this for a long time. There's two reasons why people do that false stuff. One, well, probably more than two, but at least two. One is, of course, they're trying to influence something. They're influencers, they're called. And it doesn't matter if it's the truth or not. They just want to influence. They get a kick out of that. The second thing is money. Because, Bob, it's always about the money, and the more clicks they get on their articles, the more money that they make, and so they'll put anything on there just to get clicks on it, and so just trying to tell folks to be very wary when you're reading stuff on social sites and internet news stories and stuff like that, unless it's from a traditional site. Yeah. We've all been, on newspaper and radio and television and magazines that have been around for a long time. They're more reliable when it comes to the truth. So just be careful. There's one of the things that the election folks in this country is really worried about right now was all these false stories coming from, Russia, Iran, other countries throughout the world trying to influence the elections here in the United States, because people will read something on the internet or watch a video on the internet and they think it's the truth. Many times it's not. You just don't know, Bob. So you got to be careful. What else is going on, Bob? Anything? We got Odom Day coming up this Saturday, right?
Yeah, they're coming in Friday to talk about their 49th annual event. Peanuts, Pies, and Politics a week from today over at Mossy Pond. Attorney General Chris Carr is going to be in Wayne County that day as well for a couple events at 10 o'clock that morning. He's going to meet with local law enforcement down there at the train depot, but the public invited. Then he's going to have a meet and greet in Scriven at 11:30. Then he'll head over to Mossy Pond for the luncheon, and he's the guest speaker over there along with the Ag Commissioner and a couple other guests. So that's always a fun event. Wednesday before the George Florida game.
He helped you on a broadcast one time, didn't he?
He did.
Chris Carter did? Yeah, the Attorney General?
Yeah.
All right, just put that Attorney General work behind you. Get down here and help me with color on the baseball game.
That's good. I said him and Joe are real good friends.
Joe Roddy, yeah. They're real good friends. They were in college together, right?
Fraternity brothers, right. Yeah, so he's the godfather to one of Joe's kids, so that's how I got to know him pretty well. But like I said, he's getting ready to make his announcement. He's going to be running for governor the next go-around. So he's starting to make his rounds across the state of Georgia. But he'll be in Wayne County next Wednesday, a week from today, and several events. And then, like I said, he heads over to Mossy Pond for that Peanuts, Pies, and Politics. He's got the guest speaker over there. So always good to see him. It's
going to be interesting to see what Governor Brian Kemp does after his term ends. His second term ends in a couple of years. There's a lot of folks that would love to see him run for president. But, he can't do it in 2 years, but he'd give him 2 years to prepare for the next time. Because if Trump wins, that'll be the 2 4-year terms for Trump, so he won't run again. And if it's a Democrat, he would definitely run no matter who it may be. So a lot of people are trying to push for Brian Kemp because he's done such a great job. A lot of folks feel that here in the state of Georgia, that they'd like to see him take those policies to Washington, D.C.
His name's being floated out there for sure. So,
Yep.
also say he may run for one of those U.S. Senate seats. So, time will tell.
Let's see, who's up? I think, didn't Warnock just run? Is it Ossoff that's up next? It might be Ossoff up now. I don't know. I can't remember on that.
I don't know.
Don't know. All right, let's see here. So Wayne County girls softball action this afternoon at 4 o'clock at Barbara Struckoff Field. Game 3 of the 3 games of the series. And so Wayne County, if Wayne County Yellow Jackets win today, they're on to Columbus next week for more state playoff action. And Georgia Southern Eagle football tomorrow, right here on 105.5 FM. Tailgate show begins at 6, and kickoff will be at 7. And let's see, I'm trying to think if there's anything else. So we got Odom Day this Saturday, and the William Todd Memorial Rodeo. Yeah, of course, it was moved because of the hurricane and the damage they had there. That's going to be on November, what, Bob?
November 8th and 9th.
8th and 9th.
Yep.
Okay, right there. November 8th and 9th. So a couple of weeks ago, the William Todd Memorial Rodeo will be going on the 8th and 9th. And remember, all the activities are continuing on at Popple Farms on Hima Popple Loop Road, just outside of Odom. That continues this weekend and the following weekend, and we'll wrap up. I understand, since I got 2 grandsons that work out there at it, that they were really busy this past weekend.
I imagine they were.
Yeah.
Halloween's quickly approaching, so they get that Halloween parade the day of the.
Then you got the Halloween parade coming up on Halloween.
Appreciate Edna and
Downtown
Ryan's
Jesup
coming in promoting that, so that's always a big event.
Okay. Well, Bob, we are out of time. You have a good day. All right. The world-famous Butch and Bob Show here on WIFO 105.5 FM in Jesup has been brought to you by the Service Department at GNS Auto Sales on North 1st Street. Also brought to you by First Southern Bank, Murphy Builder Supply, and O.C. Welch Ford.